So we have completed the first part of this first chapter of 12, circular motion and rotational motion. These are the two parts. The name of the chapter was rotational dynamics. There are two parts. One part is circular motion that we have completed in test number 70. Now second part is rotational motion that we are going to consider in test number 68. तर मी मागे पण तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे की आपण याच्यामध्ये 11वीचा पण पोर्शन काही कव्हर करतोय. So actually rotational motion we have started last year in 11th, and in that case we have determined the different articles like torque, which is necessary for rotational motion, then center of mass of the system, center of gravity of the system, rotational motion, properties of rotational motion, and in 12th portion we have considered moment of inertia, radius of gyration, then parallel axis theorem, perpendicular axis theorem, law of conservation of momentum, etc., etc. So all these articles are combined here. So in this test number 68, we are going to consider the location of CM, center of mass, location of center of gravity, then rotational motion, moment of inertia, parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem application, law of conservation of angular momentum. So some articles are we have covered in last year like this one. So this first part we are going to consider in this topic. Test number 70. So let us see this first problem. It is related with determination of center of gravity. तर सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी डिटर्मिन करण्याच्या मेथड 11th ला आपण थेरोटिकली बघितल्या होत्या. प्रॅक्टिकली बघू काय करायचं. आय विल रीड द प्रॉब्लेम. फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लेम. द लिनियर डेन्सिटी ऑफ द रॉड of length 3 meter varies as lambda is equal to 2 plus x. Then the position of the center of gravity of the rod is A 7 by 3 meter, 12 by 7 meter, 10 by 7 meter, 9 by 7 meter. लॉजिकली दोन चॉईस तर आपल्याला कट करता येतील. हॅलो सर. सो total length is given L is equal to 3 meter and lambda is given 2 plus x. It is a linear density. So if we are using the answer is given in meter, length is given in meter, so this lambda will be in kg per meter. This is the unit for linear mass density, and you have to determine the position of center of gravity. The rod is kept along the x-axis, and therefore we have to determine where is the center of gravity of the rod. But if you see this value, lambda is equal to 2 plus x, where x is a variable, it varies from 0 to 3 meter. So if x is variable, then lambda is also variable. म्हणजे लॅम्बडा व्हेरिएबल याचा अर्थ काय. रॉडचं मास डिस्ट्रीब्युशन युनिफॉर्म नाही. जर एक्स 0 करून टाकलं तर आपण डायरेक्ट सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी जो आहे तो 1.2 मीटरला आला असता, सेंटरला आला असतो. इथे रॉड युनिफॉर्म नाही. So lambda is equal to 2.x indicate that the rod is not uniform and center of gravity is not at the geometrical center. The geometrical center जो आहे 1.5 3 च्या हाफ 1.5 ला नाही येणार. मग आता कुठल्या साईडला आहे? So we know the basic property of center of mass and center of gravity. Center of mass and center of gravity, they are always shifted toward the heavy mass distribution. जिकडे मास जास्त असेल तिकडे सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी आणि सेंटर ऑफ मास आपल्याला शिफ्ट होताना दिसतात. आलं का? इथे बघू मग काय झालं. म्हणजे लॉजिकली आपल्याला माहिती झालं की सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी इज नॉट ॲट द सेंटर, इज नॉट ॲट द 1.5 मीटर. सो वी आर कन्सिडरिंग द रॉड ए बी whose one end is at x is equal to 0 and other end b is at x is equal to 3 meter. So suppose this is the x axis. So we are considering the rod like this, rod AB. Zero, 1 meter, 2 meter and 3 meter. Total length is 3 meter like this. So this is the rod AB like this. रॉड में असा का काढला त्याला काहीतरी रिझन. Since linear mass density lambda is equal to 2 plus x kg per meter. Therefore, as x increases from 0 at end A to 3 meter at end B of the rod AB. As x increases from 0 at end A to x is equal to 3 at end B of the rod AB, then lambda increases. Therefore, mass distribution in rod AB is non-uniform. So for non-uniform distribution, we are going to determine the center of mass like this, and for that purpose we are going to consider the arrangement like this. So why I have shown rod like this? The mass on this side is less, the mass on this side is more. इथे मास जर 2 किलोग्राम असेल इथे 3 किलोग्राम झालं, 4 किलोग्राम झालं, 5 किलोग्राम झालं. When x is equal to 0, lambda is equal to 2. So mass is 2 kilogram, then 3 kilogram, x की value 1 टाकली, 4 kilogram, 5 kilogram. So mass is increasing from 2 to 5, and therefore I have shown the rod like this. So mass distribution is not uniform. Now we have to find the center of mass. So in this case, x is a variable. X is a variable so that 0 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 3 meter. These are the limits of variable x like this. Now we have to determine the center of mass, and for that purpose we will consider a single element of mass dm whose center is at distance x from origin and whose width is dx. Consider the rod AB divided into the large number of small elements each of mass dm. आपण इंटिग्रेशन मेथडच्या वेळेस आपण हा प्रकार बऱ्याच वेळा लिहिलेला आहे. कन्सिडर ए रॉड ए बी डिवाइडेड इंटू द लार्ज नंबर ऑफ स्मॉल एलिमेंट्स each of mass dm. इथे आपण हा पी पॉइंट कन्सिडर केलेला आहे. Consider a single element of mass dm having length oblique width dx and whose center of gravity is at, consider the single element of mass dm at point P having length and width dx and whose center of gravity is at distance AP is equal to x meter as shown in figure. लॉजिकली आपल्याला काय माहिती, जिकडे मास जादा असेल तिकडे सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी शिफ्ट होतो. म्हणजे इथे सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी जो येतो याच्या सेंटरच्या इकडे राहील. सो सेंटर ऑफ ग्रॅव्हिटी will be located at a distance more than 1.5 मीटर. तो आन्सर 1.5 मीटरपेक्षा ज़्यादा यायला पाहिजे. त्याच्यामुळे सी आणि डी दोन चॉईस कट झाले पण ते 1.5 पेक्षा कमी ते. फक्त ए आणि बी पैकी काहीतरी एक करेक्ट आहे. तर तो आपल्याला डिसाईड करायचा आहे. जे लॉजिकली सी आणि डी का बरं कट होतं त्याचं रिझन पण आपल्याला माहिती आहे. सो वी आर कन्सिडरिंग दिस एलिमेंट. सो लेट xcg is equal to x coordinate of center of gravity of rod AB for non-uniform distribution or non-uniform distribution of mass. It is given by, note down this formula, x center of gravity is equal to integration of x is in meter, so this is equal to dm will get cancelled, kilogram, and this is equal to x. X is a variable whose limit is x is equal to 0 at end a to x is equal to 3. X is equal to 0, x is equal to 3. So now we are going to solve this integration. So this is equation capital P. तर प्रॉब्लेमला स्टार काय केलेलं आहे तर ही मेथड आपण पहिल्यांदा यूज करतो. So equation is dimensionally correct because if we take the integration, this mass kg will get cancelled and this is only x. So x LHS RHS has unit meter. So equation is dimensionally correct. Now dm is the mass of the element. It is given like this. Dm is equal to mass of the element at point P is equal to mass per unit length lambda it has unit kg per meter. आपल्याला मास पाहिजे म्हणजे इकडे मीटरने मल्टिप्लाय करावं लागेल. सो मल्टिप्लाइड बाय width of the element. So dm is equal to lambda multiplied by dx, and lambda is equal to 2 plus x dx. This is equation 1. So put 1 in A. Therefore xcg is equal to integration from 0 to 3, x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3 of lambda x dm की वैल्यू सबस्टिट्यूट के लिए 2 plus x dx upon integration from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3 of dm means 2 plus x dx. आता न्यूमरेटर आणि डिनोमिनेटरचे इंटिग्रेशन फक्त आपल्याला सॉल्व करायचे आणि त्यासाठी आपल्याला हा फॉर्म्युला करते. इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ x रेज टू n dx इज इक्वल टू x रेज टू n प्लस 1 अपॉन n प्लस 1. आता वरचा ब्रॅकेट जर आपण ओपन केलं तर व्हॅल्यू काय मिळेल. इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ 2x प्लस x स्क्वेअर dx फ्रॉम 0 to 3 अपॉन इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ 2 plus x dx from 0 to 3. तर 2x चं इंटिग्रेशन आपल्याला घ्यावं लागेल. सो 2 into x चं इंटिग्रेशन या रूल प्रमाणे x स्क्वेअर बाय 2 0 to 3. इथे जर आपण x रेज टू 1 जर टाकलं तर x रेज टू 2 by 2 झालं. सो इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ x इज इक्वल x स्क्वेअर बाय 2. आता x स्क्वेअरचं इंटिग्रेशन जर आपण काढलं तर इंटिग्रेशन जर बोला तर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे 2 plus 1 3 by 3. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू x रेज टू 3 by 3 lower limit 0 upper limit 3 divided by this is numerator. So these are the simple rules of integration. Now in the denominator integration of dx is equal to x असतो. Integration of dx is equal to integration of x raised to 0 dx is equal to x raised to 0 plus 1 upon 1. So this integration of 2 is x 0 to 3 plus integration of x is again x square by 2 lower limit 0 upper limit 3. So solve this value. So 2 will get cancelled. 2 will get cancelled. So x raised to 3 means this first bracket is the 8 plus this is x की वैल्यू 3 टाकली. सो 3 raised to 3 आपण 3 स्क्वेअर म्हणजे 9 झालं अपॉन इथे 2 multiplied by 3 that is equal to 6 plus 3 9 by 2 9 by 2. Sorry, this is x square. X की वैल्यू अपना 3 टाकेगी 9. 2 cancel and x is substituted as 3 and x is equal to 0. 0 टाकल्यानंतर value 0 होईल. So 3 raised to 3 is equal to 9. So this is the value. So this is equal to x coordinate of center of gravity is equal to 9 plus 9, that is equal to 18, and this is the LCM 2, and this will become 12 plus 9. So 18 multiplied by 2 divided by 21. So this is equal to 6 multiplied by 2 by 7. So 12 by 7. X coordinate of the center of gravity is 12 by 7 meter. So this is the correct answer. 12 by 7 meter means the correct choice is B. C and D तर आपण already cut केलेले. 12 by 7. So correct answer is D. D is correct. हे स्टँडर्ड इंटिग्रेशनचे फॉर्म्युले लॉग टेबलच्या लास्ट पेजवर दिलेले आहे. तर हा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला इंटिग्रेशन मेथडसाठी यूज करता येतो. फॉर नॉन युनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन दिस टाइप ऑफ रिलेशन यूज टू डिटरमिन द एक्स वाय कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ द बॉडी, सेंटर ऑफ मास ऑफ द और सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी ऑफ द बॉडी. सेंटर ऑफ माससाठी सुद्धा असाच फॉर्म्युला आहे. इथे आपण सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे. तर सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी नक्कीच सेंटरच्या इकडे म्हणजे 1.5 पेक्षा अंतर जादा यायला पाहिजे. ते अंतर 1.5 पेक्षा नक्कीच ज़्यादा है. 1.7 के आसपास येतं जवळ. ओके. So for non-uniform distribution the method is completely different and we have to use this formula. So non-uniform distribution is shown in the figure. A साईडला मास कमी आहे, B एंडला मास ज़्यादा असणार आहे. ते म्हणजे नॉन युनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, त्याच्यासाठी फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला इक्वेशन A यूज करावं लागतो. ओके. आता याच्या पुढे ह्या टाईपच्या काही प्रॉब्लेमसाठी हा जो मधला पॅराग्राफ हा आपण काही कन्सिडर करणार नाही. कन्सिडर द रॉड डिवायडेड टू बी लार्ज नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट इच मास ऑफ इच एलिमेंट ऑफ मास DM वगैरे वगैरे आपण डायरेक्ट हा फॉर्म्युला यूज करणार आहोत. दिस फॉर्म्युला इज ॲप्लिकेबल फॉर सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी ॲज वेल ॲज फॉर सेंटर ऑफ मास. त्याच्या हा पार्ट आता पुन्हा पुन्हा नोट करण्याची गरज नाही. लक्षात. जर युनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्युशन असेल तर आपण डायरेक्ट सेंटरला मास सेंटरला लोकेट करू शकतो, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेव्हिटी वगैरे. नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लेम. लेट अस सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. इट इज अगेन रिलेटेड विथ द सेम प्रोसेस. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. इट इज सिमिलर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. A straight rod of length L has one of its end at the origin, where x is equal to 0, and the other at x is equal to L. If the mass per unit length of the rod is given by A into x is constant. This word is very important. Please highlight it. The mass per unit length of the rod is given by A into x is constant. So mass per unit length is constant. So what is the difference between problem number 1 and problem number 6? In problem number 1, lambda was variable because lambda was 2 plus x. X increase झाला तर lambda increase होतो, mass increase होतो. So in question number 1, lambda is variable. In question number 6, lambda is constant. This is the main difference. So where is this center of mass? आपल्याला center of mass locate करायला सांगितलेलं आहे. सोपा प्रॉब्लेम झाला तो. If the lambda is constant, then mass distribution is uniform. In this case, mass distribution was non-uniform. In this case, it is uniform. So either you can use geometrical method. Direct answer L/2 मिळेल आपल्याला. If the mass distribution is uniform, then the center of mass will be at its geometrical center. If total length is L, then it will be at L/2. So correct answer is L/2 म्हणजे B choice correct. इंटिग्रेशन मेथड ने पण आपण कन्फर्म करू शकतो. चला. ये प्रॉब्लेम नंबर 1 आणि प्रॉब्लेम नंबर 6 आपण कंटिन्यूस का घेतोय त्याचं रिझन पण आपल्याला कळलं पाहिजे. सो व्हॉट इज गिवन? 0 इज लेस दॅन और इक्वल टू x लेस दॅन और इक्वल टू कैपिटल L. लैम्बडा इज इक्वल टू a into x इज इक्वल टू constant. This is very important quantity. I am going to determine the XCM. The main point is this, therefore I have highlighted this. Since mass per unit length of the rod mass per unit length of the rod AB is lambda is equal to x is equal to constant. Therefore, mass distribution of the rod is uniform. So you can use integration method also. So if this is the rod, now rod is uniform. This is x is equal to 0. X is equal to L. This is the end A. This is the end B. Consider a single element of mass dm situated at point P at distance x. This width is dx. So dm is equal to mass of the single element at point P at distance x from origin and having width dx. Therefore dm is equal to, again same formula, mass per unit length multiplied by width of the element. So this is equal to lambda multiplied by dx. Lambda is equal to constant. So this is equation 1. So XCM, x coordinate of center of mass of rod AB is equal to integration of x dm upon integration of dm from 0 to capital L, 0 to capital L. This is equation capital A. Since so you can put this value. So 0 to L x and this is equal to lambda dx upon 0 to L dm is equal to lambda dx. So this is equal to lambda constant into integration of x dx from 0 to capital L, lambda constant into integration from 0 to L dx. So this is equal to lambda cancel. So this is equal to x square by 2, lower limit 0, upper limit capital L, x only 0 to capital L. So this is equal to L square by 2 upon L. So 1 L will get cancelled and therefore x center of mass is equal to L by 2. L will get cancelled by 2. So the correct choice is B. अपन logically answer केवळ D साठी केलं होतं. B is correct. So this condition is given, lambda is equal to a into x is equal to constant. Now, if lambda is equal to x is not constant, then what will happen? Then definitely answer will change. Answer will not be b. आता प्रॉब्लेमचं अजून एक आपण व्हर्जन बघतोय. लॅम्बडा इज इक्वल टू ए इंटू एक्स इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टंट असेल तर हे आन्सर येईल L/2. आणि लॅम्बडा नॉट कॉन्स्टंट असेल तर काय? इफ इट इज व्हेरिएबल बिकॉज इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन एक्स अँड एक्स व्हेरीज फ्रॉम 0 to L. So that is the second part. We will cover one more problem. Now, in the same problem, question number 6, if lambda is constant, then answer is B choice. But if lambda is not constant, if it varies with x, see the equation, lambda is equal to x. So a is a constant and x is a variable whose limit are 0 to L. X is a variable whose limit we have given here, 0 to L. So if x is variable, then lambda is also variable, and then we have to use the non-uniform distribution. And non-uniform distribution will have center of mass again not L/2 but more than L/2. तिथे अंतर L/2 पेक्षा पुन्हा जादा येईल, कारण लॅम्बडा एक्स बरोबर इनक्रीज होत जाणार लक्षात. सो व्हॉट विल बी द आन्सर इन दिस केस? सो lambda is constant and lambda is not constant, uniform distribution and non-uniform distribution, that is and therefore you have to add this part. Please add this part. आता एक पार्ट आपण बघितलेलाच आहे. So now in this case the rod is again non-uniform. A, B, x is equal to 0, x is equal to L. This is a single element whose point P, the distance is x, whose mass is dm, whose width is dx, like this. So dm is equal to mass per unit length multiplied by width of element. So this is equal to lambda into dx is equal to a into x into dx, equation 2, where a is constant and x is variable, so that 0 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to capital L. So x dm is equal to integration of x dm upon x dm upon dm, limit 0 to capital L, limit 0 to capital L. So this is equal to x into a into x into dx, lower limit 0, upper limit L. This is a into x into dx. So this is equal to a x square dx, lower limit 0, upper limit capital L. A x dx, lower limit 0, upper limit capital L. So a will get cancelled. So numerator has the value x cube by 3, 0 to L. Lower limit is x square by 2, 0 to L. So this is equal to L cube by 3 divided by L square by 2. So 2 by 3L. So x coordinate of the center of mass will be equal to L by 2 पेक्षा से ज़्यादा L S by J. So 2 by 3 times L. This is answer. So in this case, C is correct. C is correct. आणि हे दोघे प्रॉब्लेम विचारले गेलेले आहे कुठल्या टेस्टमध्ये पेपरमध्ये वगैरे. इफ लॅम्बडा इज कॉन्स्टंट देन दिस इज द आन्सर, इफ लॅम्बडा इज नॉट कॉन्स्टंट देन दिस इज द आन्सर. त्याचे प्रॉब्लेम केअरफुली वाचायला पाहिजे. एकच प्रॉब्लेम आपल्याला दोन मेथडने विचारला जाऊ शकतो. ओनली a single word will say lambda is equal to constant, then this is the method, this is the answer. If lambda is not constant, then this is the method, this is the answer. Answers are different. दोघी चॉईस दिलेले ते आलं सर. तर MCQचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करताना हाच विचार केला पाहिजे. घाईमध्ये आपल्याला एक तर वेळ कमी असतो, त्याच्यामध्ये अशा काहीतरी मिस्टेक्स होऊ शकतात. आलं सर. So question number 1 and question number 6 are related with each other. Question number 6 has two parts. If lambda is constant and lambda is not constant, then there are two different answers like this. So same problem can be considered in two ways. Next, second question. So we have seen first and sixth. Now we will see second. The two particles of equal mass have velocities v1 is equal to 4 times I and v2 is equal to 4 times j meter per second. First particle has an acceleration a1 is equal to 5 times I plus 5 times j meter per second square, while the acceleration of the other particle is 0. The center of mass of the particle moves in a path, straight line path, parabola, circle, ellipse. तर पॅराबोला आणि इलिप्स शक्यतो नसतात, कारण क्लोज पाथसाठी वेलॉसिटी व्हॅल्यू 0 होऊन जाते. टोटल वेलॉसिटी म्हणजे ए आणि बी पैकी ए आणि सी पैकी काहीतरी आन्सर येते. बघू काय आन्सर आहे. सो व्हॉट इज द गिव्हन क्वांटिटी? गिव्हन m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m. v1 is equal to 4 times I meter per second. v2 is equal to 4 times g meter per second. a1 is equal to 4 times I plus 4 times g meter per second square, and a2 is equal to 0. All these are vector quantity. Check the value. 4 times I, 4 times j, 5 times I, 5 times j. And you have to find motion, path of the motion. So again the problem is solved by two methods. Method 1. So center of mass, position vector of center of mass is given by, for two particle system. Here we are using two particle system. For two particle system, position vector of center of mass RCM is given by रिलेशन आपण 11 केले. m1 vector r1 plus m2 vector r2 upon m1 plus m2. So this is equation 1. So velocity of center of mass is Vcm is equal to dr by dt time derivative. So this is equal to m1 into dr1 by dt plus m2 into dr2 by dt upon m1 plus m2. But in circular motion, in linear motion, we have seen that dr by dt is nothing but v1. So this is v1, this is v2. So you can directly write down this formula. Velocity of center of mass is given by m1 vector v1 plus m2 vector v2 upon m1 plus m2. Say this is equation second. Now one more derivative will give the value of acceleration. Therefore acceleration of center of mass is ACM is equal to dv by dt. So I will write down directly. So m1 dv1 by dt plus m2 into dv2 by dt upon m1 plus m2. Therefore ACM is equal to m1 into vector a1 plus m2 into vector a2 upon m1 plus m2. This is equation 3. तर हे गेल्या वर्षाच्या नोट्समध्ये सर्व इक्वेशन्स आहेत, चेक करायचं तुम्ही. पोझिशन वेक्टर, फर्स्ट टाइम डेरिव्हेटिव्ह विल गिव्ह द वेलोसिटी, अगेन वन मोर टाइम डेरिव्हेटिव्ह विल गिव्ह द एक्सेलरेशन, position of center position vector of center of mass, velocity vector of center of mass, acceleration of center of mass. So the two particles are identical. Since m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m, therefore equation 2 gives VCM is equal to m into v1 plus m into v2 upon 2 times m, so that is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. So this is equation 2 dash. Equation 3 gives ACM is equal to m into a1 plus m into a2 divided by 2 times m, m will get cancelled. So a1 plus a2 by 2. This is equation 3 dash. So we know the resultant value like this. Now in this case a2 is equal to 0, but a2 is equal to 0, therefore ACM is equal to a1 by 0 by 2, and therefore ACM is equal to a by 2. Equation 3 dash. Now in this equation 2 gives equation 2 dash and 3 dash. Equation 2 dash and 3 dash gives the center of mass of the two particle system moves with the mean velocity v1 plus v2 by 2. Center of mass of two particle system moves with mean velocity VCM is equal to, फक्त आपण मॅग्निट्यूड घेत होता v1 plus v2 by 2 and having common acceleration ACM is equal to A by 2. Therefore, the motion of center of mass is along straight line path. Motion of center of mass is along the straight line path. So they are in the same direction. V1 and V2, their magnitude are cancelled, so V1 plus V2 by 2, like this. So now this is method number 1. This last part can also be explained in another way, like this. Method number 2. Method number 2. What is method number 2? I will substitute the value of V1 and V2. Put in 2 dash. So VCM is equal to 4 times I plus 4 times G by 2. So that is equal to 2 times I plus 2 times G. So this is the equation small a. Similarly, ACM is equal to 5 times I plus 5 times G plus 0 by 2. So that is equal to 2.5 times I plus 2.5 times G. This is equation B. So this equation can also be written as so A multiplied by 2.5 gives VCM is equal to 5 times I plus 5 times G. B multiplied by 2 gives ACM is equal to 5 times I plus 5 times G. So see these two equations. So equation VCM and ACM gives that A and B shows that VCM and ACM, velocity and acceleration of center of mass, they are parallel.